Okay. I had a lot of fun playing Death Trash last time, so I'm gonna go back to that. We ended with an unfortunate bug before we even really got to use the cool new hammer thing that I picked up. Sorry, it seems a bit louder than Diablo is. Uh, is this our best save? What is? This is a confusing way to put it. Like it shows you how far, like how old the save is. Okay, so this is our most recent. All right, we have very little health. No. Shit, that was close. They almost saw us there. Looks like this guy down here is more alone. We'll take care of him first. $94 damage. That's like more than double what we were hitting with before. Mathematically, that works out. So looking at the Steam page, it said this game currently has about 5 hours of content. So if we are at all on track and doing alright, then we're probably gonna just about finish this game up today. I've been wrong about that kind of stuff before. Fairly recently, in fact. The fuck is this? Oh. That's unpleasant to look at. Oh, shit. Tanya Harding's here. This is my least favorite enemy in the game. He does like this ice skater move, slides around like fucking Tess Virtue or whatever. There you go. No more of that. Oh, so many of them everywhere. Oops. Please turn before I get there. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Oh, no it didn't. Okay, I think we have healing stuff. We can't eat it in combat though, we're gonna die here. That's too many men for our hammer. Do we still have skill points we can spend? Yes, we do. We could put up to 5 more in there. I want to, shit. Okay, I think we just got the one though, so that's fine. There's also guys with swords here. Cool new swords that we don't have one of yet. I want to kill him, one of those guys, check the sword out before we commit to either the club or the sword. That shouldn't be hard to do. I think one of the guys around here has got to have one. I think that person has one, actually. Alright, so this is 12 and slow? What? And this is 15 and normal. So it's way better, is what we're hearing. Okay, let's clear up some inventory space here. And then we'll put our points. It seems like blunt is the way to go. So we're gonna do the shit out of that. And then I guess we just got that one area of the map left to explore. Ooh, that's a pretty big increase. We were not doing that kind of sneak damage before. Okay. One little nook over there. Alright, we're good. This was just like a random encounter area, right? No, it's Crossroads. Okay. And we were getting down to Puke Bar to meet our buddy. Excuse me. Oh, I have a bit of coffee left. It's gonna be cold. Every time. I normally am pretty good at drinking liquids, I swear to God. But every time I'm streaming and it's like a colored liquid that I can ruin a shirt with, I find the opportunity and I take it, god damn it. You know, what's the term? Seize the day, but I was trying to remember how to say that in Latin. I know it's really easy too, I just don't remember. I should. People say it. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while. Fuck, that's gonna bug me so much. If you remember how to say seize the day in Latin, tell me, so that I don't have to think about this. I can't stop and Google it. I really want to go change my shirt because you can see the coffee that I dribbled down my body. I think. It's hard to tell. God fucking damn it. I still want the coffee too. I don't deal in peace. It seems like good advice. I think if I were to draw my weapon in there... is the game setting up that we're going to have to? We'll find out. Yeah. For sure. What? Virtual combat exercise. Test your combat prowess in a small arena. We have the money for it, and I'm curious. Where is it? Did Lady just swindle us? What the fuck? Resources. Mine quest items. Was it a quest item? Shit. No. Yes. Okay. She didn't scam us. That's good. I would have had to hit her with my hammer. Everyone's asking about their lube. There's a lube shortage, I guess. Oh, militia. We're supposed to meet a dude here. Okay, where are we here? Hey, it's our naked buddy. What are you doing here? This is where he lives. Hopefully in the full release he's got more to say than like telling me to fuck off constantly. I like that character. Alright. I don't know who the fleshies are, but apparently they might be making people into a new Titan. I mean, we need crafts, right? I think we've all learned that in the last little while. It's important to have a project for yourself. And if your project is making a new Titan, a new god to worship, I guess you're gonna need limbs eventually. And, you know, we all believe in religious freedom. What? Right? So, like, shouldn't we, let those people practice whatever they want? Find one of the cyber wombs. How do I interact with this business? Do I puke into it? No. This is not asking for puke input, unlike most of the machines. Ooh, let's do this. Oh. Okay. So... What? Oops. It just occurred to me that I should probably be using the club. Shit. Ooh. It's giving us a lot of loot for a place that I assumed we wouldn't get to take loot out of. Oh, we can't stealth either. Oh god, no! Did we get to keep our experience for that? Maybe some of it. I'm curious. We're at 763 right now. No, 736. Fuck. So let's try again and see where we end up. I know we got to keep the experience from the quest, presumably. That would make sense. Ow. Ooh. Didn't even see that guy. I think the one I'm shooting at in the back is, yeah, he's Exploding Man. Perfect. No Tanya. This is very bad manners. No. Fuck. Okay. Let's check our experience now. Exactly the same. Maybe there's a prize for beating all the waves, but I don't think I'm good enough at the combat to make that happen. Oh, she said don't draw your weapons in here. It's like the one of the two rules, the other one being don't be a dick. What's this? I wish we could afford that. That looks awesome. I wonder if they have weapons too. Ooh. Fuck. Look how good that looks. Very fast. We should probably have that. And we just went blunt too. Yeah, that's gonna mess stuff up. Hopefully. Oh, don't draw weapons. So we've talked to everybody here, and the guy we're supposed to meet doesn't seem to be here yet. What a jerk. But we apparently haven't found everything either yet. So let's look around a bit more. No, is this a buddy? I think so. Okay. Maybe that's as far as the quest goes in early access, possibly? So what was our other quest? Find out more about Millija. I guess we could talk to that moaning dude and see if he's willing to tell us. I did it again. I hit myself in the face with water. How? Oh, that's sad. I want to help this man. Losing a pet's hard. We are not empathetic enough. Alright. Hey, do you want to go hang out with the Flesh Beast? Flesh Kraken? He's friendly. Probably eat you. I wonder if we hadn't fed our Robo Buddy to that guy, if he'd be a better friend for Nard. Probably. So, back to our quest. I keep forgetting. Back to Taurus. Now, let's check out to see how many people are just randomly vomiting. I don't know if we did that to them. I think we probably did, if it's happening. The population seems fine. We did no crimes. Ethanol, poisonous fungus, and some juice. Okay. Any idea where I'd find any of that? Energy cells. Shit. I guess I sold all my bullets. To who? Hey, how are you doing, Aguirre? No, she's fine. It was $20 for our hammer. You can have it. Block sucked. You can have that back. He doesn't want to buy our vomit. What a weirdo. Wait, we didn't even really check if he had the stuff we were looking for. He does not. We can buy this, and I think we should. And I think we can also um, sell him a bunch of our shit, which we can sell a lot of these resources. We have a lot of metal. I don't know what trash is even used for. That better reset our skills too. Good. Okay, so we're gonna go sharp instead. We're gonna go stealthy, boys. I guess that's all we'll do for now. We could get more lockpicking. Probably should. At least 2, and we'll hold on to the other points. I guess that's fine. Shit, you gotta hit apply before you leave. So that thing we bought, we did buy it, right? The Blade Master dealio? I don't remember if we actually bought it. Did we? I don't think we did. We did. Shit, we did. Go ahead, have it back, you dick. Okay. So we need energy cells. Maybe we can go back to that bunker we were at before and find some there. How did I not notice any of this stuff before? Pulls enemies towards you. Fire circle. Ooh. This looks really good for us, but we need... we just spent all our points, didn't we? In occultism instead of cyber tech, which is apparently what we should have been doing. Well, I'm learning. I didn't know this existed. Let's get that, at least. I don't know if enemies respawn, but we're gonna hope they do, because we need energy cells. We fought a bunch of dudes who had that kind of shit over here. So far not looking good on the enemies respawning thing. Shit, where are we gonna get energy cells? We sold all of ours. Crap. Well, shit. I guess it was really short-sighted of us to sell all our bullets. We're learning that time and time again. I should stop doing that. Maybe we can find, like, another zone with some jerks in it and we can shoot them. Anomaly. This is probably going to be bad for our bones. That's rude. That didn't work. I guess I have to be closer to them. Well, the poison ability works really well. I'm into that. Right after I buy my claws, too, we find them everywhere. God. This game gets you every time. Do you often eat crunchy meat? Crunchy raw meat, nonetheless? That's probably not a good sign for the age or quality of that food. So nobody with an energy cell there. And there's no exit down there. Okay. Alright. So if you pick up this game, don't sell all your bullets. Are these people even mad at us? No. That's sad. I guess I should murder these people. I'm not sure if it'll let us, but we can try. Oh yeah, it'll let us. Whoa! Okay, that guy has the gun we need. Shit. How many did we need? Good, okay. So this murder was exactly what we needed. Go team. Speaking of go team, I have to pee. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Thank you for your patience. We're back. Just gotta find the exit to this place and then head back to Taurus. There's no karma sort of system in this game yet, but I feel like there probably might be eventually. Like, I just murdered those innocent people, and I don't think there's going to be any consequence to me. Like, they're not even on the map anymore. That was just a random encounter. I do like the dialogue in this game. Even sort of like the font they chose is pretty reminiscent of like the sort of CRPGs like Baldur's Gate or any of the font reminds me quite a bit of Black Isle games. Can you heal me? Thank you. This is something we should try to buy. I don't know if we'll have the money for it, but actually, hell yeah, we will. Yeah, this stuff sells well. Don't ask where we got it. I guess he takes all the power cells you have. I wonder if you could just come back here with, like, just one, and that'll work. I'm not sure. So, I'm curious how we make those. 2 hexen figure, 2 med ingredients, and 3 meat. Alright, actually, this raises a point that I want to check out. So that means we need... So, wonder shrooms, med ingredients, and meat, and hexen figure, and meat, and mechanics. So we can sell anything that isn't those things. Probably. This is going to be probably one of those times where I shouldn't do this, but I do, and then I regret it later. We'll find out. We want money, right? Okay, cool. Now we have a piss ton of money for, I still don't think it's enough for that cool armor. No, we're like halfway to the cool armor. Ooh. Get him. Yeah, I think we just saw another location blip on the side of the map there, too. Hello. Yeah, I wish I could be more direct with that. That's cool, though. I didn't expect to find, like, a quest as a random encounter. She was so close, too, and just started heading towards the trees. What does that say? We'll go check that out after we go to the puke bar again. But there definitely seems to be something in that direction, and I'm curious about it. Oh, yeah, we can use the fast travel thing to get inside quickly. Central room. back cellar. Let's make some lockpicks. We could have avoided murdering those people if we just made lockpicks the first time we walked past that. Don't tell their family that. If you meet their family, don't even mention that I'm the murderer. You know, I'd appreciate that you don't blow up my spot like that. Is that a sky whale? That looks to me like, you know, foreground, like some rocks, mountain, and then that looks like a whale. I'm always down for like a giant fucking sky whale painting. That's cool as shit. It's definitely art. Piss Baby doesn't, he's a plebeian, he doesn't understand. Here we go, spreading all over the place. Do you think it's safe to just pour poison on meat that's designed for human consumption, or intended for human? I don't think it's designed for that, but you know. Gold, meat. Oh, they give me meat from here? Alright, so secrets that she can't tell us about. This is where the cyber womb is. Alright, I'm not really interested in going back into the combat dealy doy. So I guess this is not one of the secrets she was talking about. Alright. Selling a bunch of our med ingredients would get us pretty close to having enough money for the cool armor, but I don't know if that's a good idea. That's actually a point. I wonder how much our current armor sells for. $12. Sell! Yeah. Alright, so we're probably pretty combat ready. I don't know how much combat's left. Well, I guess we'll find out. The store page does say that at this point it's mostly combat interactions, and there'll be more like non-combat options, like ways to deal with situations as they continue to release patches, etc. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm liking the idea of like a more social character in this game. I think it could work. let's head to the east. Do we have any more quests? The woman who got lost. Find someone to keep. Next time we were forced back to Taurus, we'll see if she made her way there. And I guess we could check while we're here if the contacts arrived. It doesn't look like it. The guy's still standing here alone. Ooh. Queen's Palace, huh? Alright, looks like there's plenty of combat left. Jesus Christ. Alright, so melee was a tough choice in the beginning, and I often regretted it and thought maybe I should have taken guns. But it seems like once you find the claws, it's awesome. I think if I were to play this game again, I would start off using small weapons, and then, you know, once I find this weapon, once we get to, like, that crossroads area, switch over to melee at that point. Or I could have looked closer at the shop's inventory and realized I had the fairly decent cleaver that does like 12 damage, and just bought that, and then probably been okay for a lot longer. But it's certainly working well now. So we're probably supposed to have gone up that way that I kind of missed there. We'll check back after we murder the rest of these fools. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the follow, wave man. What the piss is that? I don't want to talk to it yet. It's weird. I guess this is the queen? God. I know it's pixel art and it's not like realistic looking, but it's still disturbing. Like the hairs on my arm are standing up looking at this thing. I really don't like it. God. That's a sign of a job well done on their part, but I really don't like this thing. Ooh. Oh, God. Come on. Trinity Mistress of Fornication. Oh, look, he's curious about that as well. That's another thing I'm appreciating about this game. The stuff that jumps out to me, my character also wants to talk about. I feel like a lot of times when you're playing an RPG, you're kind of stuck picking like the best of the worst options when it comes to your dialogue options. But here, there's like a direct representation of what I'd want to ask, word for word. That's beautiful. Thank you, game. Yeah, totally. That's the plan here. What the fuck, though? Jesus Christ. Alright, I think we kind of got off lucky that this queen doesn't want to have sex with us today. I think that would be bad. She seems to imply that everyone else that's come before me, no pun intended, didn't survive the process. King for a day, you could say. Alright, so we found the Queen's Palace, and that was deeply unsettling. Let's hopefully never have to come back here. Jesus. Alright. Continue this way. Alright. I can't believe I'm about to say this. We got away with murdering last time. I feel like maybe we should also murder these people. Just based on the, you know. Yes, I totally agree. It's, oh, there's the enemies. Okay. Yeah, this game feels like a real good game. I like its attitude, I like sort of the approach it's taking to everything. And I definitely want them to... A good gun? Shit, I definitely want more of it. I'm hoping they'll have the updates coming fairly regularly. Jesus. Okay. I still think we should murder those guys we saw back there. Or we should at least invest in pickpocketing and rob them all. I don't know, they're here. I think we should not look a gift horse in the mouth. Hey guys. Which one of them has the best weapon? This guy looks like he's got a club. That guy also, maybe? So this guy... Oh, shit, whatever. I guess we killed that guy first. And all they had was clubs and swords. That wasn't a good reason to murder people. Okay. There's only one way out of here. And we found it. And we got a lot of brains. Wait, I don't think we can eat brains. Brains are crafting materials. But we got organs. We can eat some of those. Now that's the most health we've had in a while. I'm not sure if there's... Oh, there is more locations out here. Sweet. We kind of ran out of quests, so I think we're just in explore mode and see what we run into. This sounds like a city, though. Maybe... Nope. So there's strangers and assholes here at the same time. Okay. We're a little low on meat. I'm gonna murder these things. We're not actually low on meat, but I want to make some of those healing kits. Okay. We still have 6 meat. I think we can actually sell our ammo now, since these weapons... oops, it's not going there. This weapon seems good, so I think we can rely on it, actually. Are these guys friendly? Yeah. Yeah, man, it is very hot today. Okay. Flamethrower. No one wants to buy my puke. Okay, so it looks like there's an important building over here. Yeah, I'm just going melee and sneak. It sucked for a long time, and I hated it, but ever since I found these claws that I'm using now, it's ripping people apart. Okay. Yeah, the claws just seem so good. There's the fastest melee weapon I found, and they do a piss ton of damage. I gotta stop sitting on my leg. These guys seem to have made up a lot of mythology around these flesh titans, and I don't know that any of it's true. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have. This is the furthest I've been so far. I'm liking that I'm getting some exposition on this disturbing Cronenberg zone that we're in. No, you should tell me about it. Come on. So, okay. There's rights. I have the feeling I'm not going to enjoy learning more about that. The new guns here make me really curious, though. I think I'm going to end up making another file on this after I reach the end of what early access provides at the moment. Hey, guys. What an interesting zone. There's jerks just kind of hanging about. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, probably by the time I reach the end of the early access stuff, I'll, like, there'd be no point in respecing this guy, because he'll have cleared everything anyway. I'm also curious what empathy could get me in a bunch of situations. And, I fed my robo friend to the, Flesh Kraken immediately. I might like to see what the world's like without having made that choice. You know, like... Maybe I could carry Fleshface around longer and he'd have interesting things to say about stuff, but instead I fed him to an alien. Or a Titan, I guess. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. The naked man has been somewhere in just about every other zone. I wonder if he's hanging about here somewhere too. Yeah, see, I fed the dude immediately to the Kraken, and he was like, I guess I might survive this, but, and then when you meet that other dude in the, puke bar, he's talking about wanting a friend, and I wonder if Fleshface was still alive, if I couldn't set that kind of blind date up instead. That dude probably wouldn't eat Fleshface. Ah, fuck. Empathy could have been cool here again. Sweet. New quest. Another part of me wonders if I could buy a grenade and throw it at this whole group of people. I know I can buy a grenade. I wonder if I could throw it at this whole group of people. In an alternate reality, this baby explored what would happen if he tried to murder everybody. Don't do it. If you hear some banging, there's construction in the apartments nearby on the floor below us. So that's the banging and the reason my dog is hiding. Yeah, I mean, empathy seems like a good way to get through a lot of the stuff in this game. Oops. No. Shit. I meant to kill him, not pickpocket. Whatever. I'll kill them both. I also don't think, I mean, just thinking in terms of character, I don't know that a man whose entire thing is sneaking up behind people and disemboweling them with claws could be empathetic and continue to do things that he does. You know, I mean, that would be a challenge. Oh, hello. Every Titan. Two. Yeah, that sounded good. No. Hey, that's another way to do things. Alright. I do kind of not like this whole church thing that we're encountering, so maybe I should be just murdering these guys as I come into them and stealing their things from them. But I'll save that for, like, my not early access file. I bet that something like that might eventually have consequences. Huh. Oh, you can cook meat? Oh. Okay. Easy enough. This guy's pretty chill. I like him. He's fine. He's got canned food in here and he's eating my meat? Alright. No one better try to kill my flesh kraken. Oh shit. I hate these spiders. They won't be as bad now that I have claws though. Just for the sake of map completion, I'm gonna run down here too. There might be someone else for me to slice open. No. Did that guy even tell me where to go for the last piece? I don't think he did. I probably should have asked that dude before we left. So, history has shown how I'm going to treat this. Sorry, gentlemen. I just had an idea too, actually. Yeah, fuck you guys. Humanoid workshop. This isn't what we're looking for, but it sounds cool. Ooh, I made a mistake. Holy piss, did I ever make a mistake. Oh, God! He shot me through the rock. I thought I'd have cover. Okay, so those things are not friendly. But this is still the humanoid workshop, right? Okay, cool. So we'll switch to this, and use that now. I mean, in my mind, using the electricity skill against the robotic enemies is a good idea. Left looks like the shorter path. I should go there first. Yeah, now I look like a true wasteland murderer, too. Perfect. No. What the fuck? Ooh. Um... Hey. Did his arm just fly off? What the fuck? That's good. Oh, he's getting it back. I see. Okay, ooh. So, Okay. We have a shot at this. We have a shot at this. I did not know this man lived here. I don't know if there's a quest that guides me to this later. We're gonna keep throwing our body against him till we come out on top. The poison was working. I'm gonna try to poison him. Good. Yeah, he's fucking scary. I didn't know there was a boss at all in this game. And then he just shows up and stomps on my mouth a little bit. Let's see if we can get off a sneak attack. No, I can't. Alright. Let's do this like brave men then. Ow, ow. I forgot to equip my healing things before this started. I also don't know what I did to make his arm chop off. I guess that. Alright. We did it. Okay. Yeah, that went not terribly. The poison, and like when he gets into that whole throwing barrels, you just get free shots until he's finished if you're close enough. Hey, what's this? That's too bad. I wonder if we can feed it vomit like we could the other one. No. We cannot feed this guy vomit. I guess we should hold on to that because it says superior, even though I don't have a gun. Yeah, I guess shooting the barrels would have worked. I just made him hit him, and that, I guess, severed his arms as well. Ooh. The danger's not over yet. I think we can ambush them as they sort of patrol back into this hall. There you go. No. I want points in cyber tech because there's some really cool cyber tech abilities. And I still don't know where to put these, so I'm just going to continue holding on to them, I guess. Okay, fine. Alright. Yeah, we can move forward. Okay, not much of a humanoid workshop. I don't know. Maybe there's more to explore. No. Okay, we're done. We got a cool gun out of it that we're never gonna shoot, and some experience. I feel like at some point there's gonna be something to do with that, or it's just interesting flavor. Either way, I like it. This might be the head, or whatever last part we're looking for. Heart, I think. God Hunter's Prison. Nope, it is not that. Cool, let's... Oh, shit, alright. Our arm's out of space again. We're gonna have to do some stuff about that. The canned food's not really for anything besides eating, as best I can tell, so we're gonna munch through some of that and clear up inventory space that way. Ooh. Oh, that's not new, sorry. I was all excited for a moment there. We'll put this on just to clear up the inventory space. Alright, let's see if we can get through that big door. I have the feeling it's going to be locked. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I guess that's it for this place for the time being. Yeah. Damn. I wonder where this last shrine is. I wish that guy would have told me. Stupid guy got... Ah, that's... I bet that's it. Yes, here we go. This looks bad though, right? Like the blood, the scattered weapons on the ground. Have the God Hunters been here? Should I mercy kill this man? No. That's already been done. Maybe this will get me into the God Hunter's prison. Probably. That's where I would have taken the heart. We got some bad news for you, Head Oracle Man. It's kind of funny that I've been talking about having to free up inventory space and I'm holding on to 3 stacks of vomit. I'll just leave those there for someone else to slip on or whatever. I'm here now. Alright. What is our quest log saying? In a while. Okay. Son of a bitch. Well, that's perfectly vague and unhelpful. I'm going to, I guess, head over to the heart and see if we can... if there's something. Just a little bit? Okay, good. I'll just run over to the heart, see what's up there, and then come back. Ooh, okay. I don't think this guard's gonna be here. No, she's not doing her job. She left like 15 minutes before me and I got here first. Gosh, she's slacking. Alright, before we head back out though, I'm gonna run to the washroom real quick. 1 second. Alright. Thank you for your patience. I'm back once again. So you mentioned bottom right. Let's go check that out before we go back to New Delphi. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, what's this? Not friendly? Ooh, that's not good. Alright, let's eat some sweetbreads. Now, normally I would murder people I ran into in the wild. Excuse me. But those two guys were genuinely helpful. They both whipped out their hammers and pretended like they were going to help for a second. So I will spare their lives. Good, good. An exit. Okay. That's not a good name. I don't want to go to the Flesh Crater. Fuck, this place is gonna be weird. Like the rest of the places aren't weird. I think I will. Let's see. Flesh Crater, Jesus. That sounds like a kind of euphemism you hear in high school, and then you don't talk to that person anymore. Okay. This is a boss. God damn it. Glut? Ooh, it looks like a butthole. Uh-oh. Okay. So he didn't care that I poisoned him. That didn't do anything. Shit. No! Oh, that's very bad. No, and now he's like puking up poison? Oh, come on. Motherfucker. Oh, shit. Alright. Hey, I have a gun. I had a gun. Okay. What are you doing now, buddy? What? Okay. New strategy. I'm going to kill his little buddies first, so that he can't chomp it down on them afterwards. I don't know if there's a point to killing these pus hole things. Oh, they come out of the things. Okay, so those dudes show up out of there. That's why I destroyed these. Gotcha. Okay. It'd be cool if I... Fuck. Okay. Okay, this is very good. He didn't give a fuck about that. What? No. Why do you get friends? I don't get friends. Oh, is that just if I try to leave? Okay. I think I get it. No. That's not just if I try to leave, is it? Fuck, he was close. Okay. I don't have any other guns. I have 16 shots with the one I have. God damn it. I almost had him there. He is an asshole. What does this do? Let's not find out, actually. It's called acid bug. It's probably not good for my health. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't going too bad when it looked like I could just trade hits with him forever, but now he's calling in buddies, and that's... I can't... It makes things hard. I mean, I fed my only friend to a flesh demon, and this guy's just got seems as many as he wants, you know? Maybe calling the Kraken a demon is unfair. This gun's really good. I bet if I was at all good at using guns, it would be even better. No! Ugh. Yeah, alright. I'll probably still be doing this in a minute. Shit. I have an idea. I'm gonna save the gun for when he's low health. Got him. That was hard, but we did it. Fuck yeah. So there's at least 2 bosses present in the game so far. That one's an asshole. You can't go into the water. Alright, so I bet this guy is willing to tell us what's up at Delphi's Palace now. Or New Delphi. I read Queen's Palace and New Delphi at the same time. One word. What time is it? Alright. Okay, I guess we're good here then. Let's go to the prison. I'm still curious if the contacts for that like tech core mission ever showed up, but that place is pretty far to the west. So we'll go there on our way out. Oh, so the God Hunters are the dudes we've been fighting pretty much all game. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Well, yeah, okay. They stopped moving. No, this is a cruel joke. There we go. Damn it. What are we doing in here? Okay. So we've cleared out this main cell block, and it doesn't look like we can go up further that way anyway. So continue down this way. Oh, maybe we can... No. Okay, we can break the wall, but not the tables in front of it. Those guys look friendly. Alright, this looks like a fun thing to read. Look, we know it's your first time presenting, and yes, some of the guys coming are high-ranking, but we've all been there. It's not as bad as you think. I remember the first time they sent me. I almost pissed my pants. My mind completely blanked. To be honest, I don't really remember what I said. I think I just went through the first list of features, showed off the bot moving, and that was it. Over. And that was apparently good enough. Here's an idea. Once it's done, come over. I got a nice bottle lying around, and the best drink is a shared one. What an oddly encouraging note for this game world. Ooh, maybe don't leave yet. There's still guards. We probably should just sell the booze. We haven't touched it yet. Oh, okay. I'm so sneaky. Oh, this guy's gonna catch me though. I hope we have enough keys for all these people. Or else we're gonna have to play some uncomfortable, or comfortable games of who gets to go free and who doesn't. I don't know how many prison keys I have. Shit. Okay, I guess you guys got to go free. Nope, you don't. None of you do. Well, that makes it easier, huh? Meeting agenda topics. 1. Review productivity. Productivity targets. Review spending. Decide budget. Estimate budget. Vote on planning committee for office party. Not everyone's all that observant, I suppose. Let's see how we look in the flamingo hat. That's pretty fucking cool. Let's wear that instead. Hey man, it was you were in my way. Come on. Well, that was a good way to use our last prison door key on a guy we ended up accidentally murdering a second later. Shit. Oh well. We're still gonna hold off on that. I thought I saw one of those red guys walk down this way. Oh, there we go. I should probably go kill that guy before he finds all those people. Please clean up. Having a cup of tea at your desk is fine and all, but guys, please put them in the washer when you're finished. The place reeks of dirty dishes. You get fruit flies, too. It doesn't mention that, but you would. Oops. These guys would be a little bit more polite, you think, after I save their lives. Especially true for this unfortunate soul. If anybody asks, they died valiantly trying to help us in combat. They weren't collateral damage and accidentally murdered. Quiet. Some people are trying to work here. If you want to talk, go to use the meeting room. In here, shut the fuck up. Okay, so some of these notes are pretty chill. Some other dudes are like your average aggro office dude, I guess. Well, we have bullets for this, so let's put that in our range slot for now. That's not going to be easy to do down here. Oh, my poor children. They put you on the track every day, trying to improve performance, trying to make you cheap. They see you as tools to use en masse. And when you don't work anymore, they bring you to me. But they don't know. You are my little babies. You are so much more than just hunks of metal, and I will prove it to them one day. Alright. So it sounds like that probably isn't whatever led to meat falling from the sky and the world changing as it did. But it sounds like it's still a problem. Sounds like we should probably deal with whoever that guy is at some point. Or maybe he's kind of chill. We're gonna have to charge some auto turrets. What exactly are they doing upstairs? Who are they talking to? I've done this job in many places. It was always a fight. Nobody was willing to exchange the money for progress. Always too risky. And yet, here we are. Far away from home, developing it at a ridiculous pace. And whenever we need a new material, even if it's completely illegal in other sectors, we get it within days. Who exactly is paying for all this? And what exactly are we needed for? It's probably better not to ask, or write this down and leave it in a place where others could find. A bit of editorializing in the end there, sorry. If you have dangerous thoughts like that at work, don't commit them to paper. Keep them in your brain. FT6 is an incredible improvement on the FT5 model. Through the compact hydromagnetic levitators, recoil could be reduced by up to 15%, leading to overall higher accuracy. The new propulsors have an increased max velocity by 1.5 meters per second, and the max distance traveled before recharge has still not been found. The FT6 has been on track for several weeks now. The only downside of the changes that we're aware of is that the cheaper materials by the chipset production are more sensitive to temperature, leading to early corruption on highly active models. Okay, so I guess we're kind of putting together what's going on here. These things all got corrupted and shoot people now or something. But they don't seem to be shooting everybody, just me. No! Jesus Christ! That really hurt my bones. When did I last save? Fuck. Hopefully... Okay, good. I was reasonable. Okay. Jesus, man, those things rip through you so quickly. Let's eat some organs. That shooting sounds bad. I wonder if that's all the prisoners we helped. Looks kind of like it. I did kill the butthole mouth monster. As soon as you left, the next attempt I got him down. I saved all my bullets till he got weak and then shot him a bunch, and that worked perfectly. Instead of trying to, like, for some reason use my highest DPS thing at the very beginning instead of the racy part at the end. Let's not go in that room, ever, if we can avoid it. This looks bad. I'm just gonna keep walking right through that. Cool. We need that very badly. I don't want to send. I don't want to sell these things because they're cool looking and I want it, but they're just taking up space in my inventory and I'm getting sick of inventory management. Alright, we're done on this floor. Moving on. There's been a number of times so far that I wish I had more bullets, so I bought a fair amount of bullets there. That should help. On the rare occasion where cutting people with our hands isn't good enough. Slow down, I gotta recover stamina, thank you. This person's a dick. Let me get that energy gun. No! No! Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to slice an explosive barrel every now and then. It's in the contract. No one can stop you. So that was this way. Let's go. Fuck. That sucked. That sucked a lot. I just wanted to pick up his gun. I dislike how many explosive barrels are in here. I'm gonna leave them alone. I probably can't blow this shit up with those, but maybe. How do you make a rocket? With a lot of zircon. I think I had a hit it, slap it, bonk it when I was a kid. I guess I didn't choose the right action on it. It is? It doesn't look fine. Oh, I get it. I'm a smart boy. Okay. We confirm the reception of five machine cores and two broken and hacked bots and one machine of unknown origin or function for the total price of 250 for the buyers. Graham. We confirm the receipt of 250 for the sale of the goods listed above. For the sellers, Mick. Cool. So we know Mick and Graham have a little business deal of some sort. I wonder if that will come up. My guess is no. Alright, some of you guys may have heard the rumors that some time ago one of our members deserted to start a career as a priest in New Delphi. This is not true. We are the strongest. No one can or ever will desert from us, and if they do, their death is imminent, so don't even think about running away. Fuck God and the rest. Alright, so I think we figured out what the secret of New Delphi is. It's that guy's a former god hunter. Hey, put that away. Yeah. Die. Just scores of the game, I guess. I don't know what that's about. Knowing this, it's probably, excuse me, a pretty disturbing game. These people look more important, and I wonder if there's a way to talk to them. Probably not, given that I've murdered everybody in the path till this point. Let's just go. We'll stick with our MO here. These people are... They basically deserve it if I can just do that in the doorway. Oops. I think you can also do that from here. Okay, let's check this out. Kill the Titans, devour their innards. Good start, but I feel like the second line is a bit too long. Turn off the machines, turn off their good. Both lines start with turn off. Repetition isn't bad, but it feels odd in this place. Also, I think you should say God and not good. It should say God. Shoot everybody, dump them in a swamp. That might be a bit too direct. Fuck the gods and kill the rest. Strong ending, I like it. It's always fun to find someone's notes on a on a prayer review. I liked that. Okay, let's munch down on some more tasty organs. Are we doing bad for the flesh titans by killing those flesh maggots? I mean, I want their meat, but I would stop if I knew it was hurting my buddy, the flesh kraken. Alright, pretty good on map completion. I think we can head out of this prison. And maybe free those last couple people we saw on the way out with our prison master key. I'm assuming the master key mostly exists so we can open doors like this. Not that particular one, but doors like it. I remember there were other people we couldn't free somewhere, but I don't remember if they were on this floor. Yeah, looks like they're on the floor above us. Oh, I can just break down this wall. I thought. Okay, you're free. I took a wrong turn. Okay. So, let's see. That quest is finished. We should still go talk about this. So go see if we can meet up with that lady again. And maybe we could see... There's a few things I want to check out. I feel like I don't know what the game's going to tell us to do next. But I want to see if Fleshface ever got shit out of the Flesh Kraken. I want to see if the contacts ever showed up at the other place. And I think that's pretty much it. Wait, we can ask him who he is. Alright, unhelpful. He didn't cop to being a former member of the God Killers. Hunters. God Hunters. Alright, so I'm going to discover the secret back here, I guess. The secret is metal and mechanics. Alright, we'll look at that in a minute. Yeah. I can guess this is where we go? No. This looks a lot like where I fought the other bosses. I guess we'll find out. Oh! Hey, buddy! We've looked for so long to find our... Hey, it's you. Yeah, man. We fucking did it. We got to the end of the early access version. Okay. We're gonna hella continue the campaign, though. We have those burning questions that I have to answer. Just about right on the money with that. Them saying it's 5 hours of content. That's about how long it took me to get here. But still, we have questions left unanswered. Is there fast travel back here? No. Okay, so we gotta take a bit of a hike to get out of this place. And then, I guess, we have... In my brain, I think there's a third thing I wanted to check, but I don't remember what it was. Flesh face coming out, we're gonna check that. We're gonna check if the contacts ever showed up. Oh, and I want to see if the lady ever made it to Taurus. Okay, so all three of those are at least in the same direction. Hey, you guys are some of those, Alright, so I don't know if we should murder these guys, but we're going to. Shit, wrong place. Still standing here alone. What a jerk. Okay, so that's just not finished yet, I guess. I can't imagine waiting any longer. Like, we've done most of the game since handing him that thing. So, back to Taurus to see if the lady showed up. I don't know where she'd be. Well, I don't know. The way I see it, if anybody knows about a new arrival, it would be that friendly old lady that talks to everybody. Let's see if she has anything to tell us about any new arrivals. Okay, so it looks like she did not make it here. We maybe gave bad advice on how to get here. Ajira, you seen this lady? Nope. How about you, Doctor? Alright, so I guess that lady maybe died on the road. Is it our fault? Kind of, maybe, yeah. We just said over there. That's not good directions when someone's lost. You'd have to be like, hey, there's a tree. It's not by the tree. You know, like, you gotta get better directions. So we don't have any friends. Okay, so I guess he's not finished yet. The dudes didn't show up. But we did get to the end of this game as it exists at the moment. And I think it kicks ass. If you are watching this and haven't played it yourself yet, I sincerely suggest you do. It's great. But yeah, we hit the end. So I think I'm going to call it a night for now. Thanks very much for watching. It's been fun for me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves as well. And I'll see you probably today or tomorrow or the next day. Pretty soon.